Andrew Weber.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests, I come to you bearing a horrible, tragic curse. It's the kind of curse that leaves me despised, debilitating, and neglected. I am, of course, left-handed. Okay, perhaps that's not as big a deal as I'm making it out to be. But if you aren't left-handed, you don't understand all the little inconveniences we experience on our day-to-day lives. So allow me for a moment in this little rant of a speech to tell you about some of the things I have to go through. If you aren't left-handed, maybe you'll learn a little bit today. And if you are left-handed, I have a feeling you're going to be pumping your arms and saying, "Preach it, brother!" You see, it all started back when I went to school, and I got to do kindergarten. Kindergarten. For an academic kid like me, it was a dream come true. I would have gotten A's all the way across the board, except for one thing: arts and crafts. You see, the big problem were the scissors. If you've ever used scissors right-handed, the blades come together perfectly and cut the paper in two. But if you're left-handed, they just don't quite align properly. So imagine, if you will, 5-year-old me sitting there at the arts and crafts table, trying desperately to cut into the paper. And I was just sobbing and sobbing because I couldn't get it to work. Then I moved on to middle school, where I discovered my next big problem: writing. Ask any left-handed person after a long day's work to show them the front side of their left hand, and you'll see blue and black smears from a long day of writing. It's just ridiculous having to write across my words like that. It's getting to the point where I just want to learn Hebrew or Arabic so I can write the other way. And then I got to college, but the fun didn't stop there, because I discovered my next bane of existence: desks. You see, when you go into the auditorium, there are these nice desks that fold down in front of your seat. I do this because they fold down right-handed. If you write right-handed on one of these desks, your elbow sits right there on the side of the desk, and you can write absolutely perfectly. But if you're left-handed, you have to do something a little different. I call it the hungry tiger. Here's how it works. You get to sit down in your chair, and then twist all the way to the side like this. Then you crouch down like this and have to write like this. I call it the crouching tiger because it looks like you're a tiger eating over your food. So that's a little bit of what it's like to be left-handed. But the worst part is that most of you don't even realize this kind of thing happens. I am the only left-handed person in an entire family of right-handed people, which means that comes with its own sort of special challenges like that. You see, these days, in the olden days, way back in caveman times, it used to be 1 to 1. One right-handed person to one left-handed person. But nowadays, it's getting to around 10 to 1. 10 right-handed people and only one left-handed person. It's like we're practically an endangered species. So yeah, when I live with my family, there's some weird things that happen when it's just me left-handed and the rest right-handed. For example, when we get together at the dinner table, I have to sit all the way on the end so my elbows don't bump the rest of my family. It's so lonely, so far away from all the food. And then when I try and help my parents try to cook for the day, it gets even worse. Because when I step up to the plate, I step up to the kitchen, and I see the pan is sitting in front of me. And I hold it like this and cook in front of me. Then I step back, and my mom steps up. Oh, it's on the wrong side. Well, not to worry, we'll just swing it back around and cook like this. Then she steps back, and I step up again, and oh no, it's flipped the other way again. Back and forth like a game of tug-of-war. It's just crazy. And the measuring cups, don't get me started on the measuring cups. Measuring cups are designed so if you hold them in your right hand, you can read all the text on the front. But when I pick it up with my left hand, you know what I get? A big old wall of nothing. Is it too much to ask for me to be able to read and pour at the same time? there's one last thing that you really need to know. Hidden inside the language that we speak are little clues and tricks to tell you that left-handed people are terrible and right-handed people are great. The first one I like is sinister. What do you think when you hear the word sinister? Dark, evil, creeping, scary, monsters. It means left-handed. You're making me out to be the villain here. Here's another one for you, maladroit. What does that bring to mind for you? Clumsy, bumbling, stupid. It literally means bad at right-handed things. I'm not stupid, I'm not clumsy. Well, I am clumsy, but not because I'm left-handed. It's so obvious in every single word that that's what people think of us. When you hear things, when you hear correct, good, proper, what's the word for that? Right. And when you hear things that you don't want, things that you put aside, they're left behind. I rest my case. The truth is, in some strange sort of way, I really like being left-handed. It affords me special privileges and gives me a unique take on the world. You know, when I went fencing for the first time, I was the only left-handed fencer, which means everyone else had to learn how to fight completely differently. It was awesome. I've also heard that apparently left-handed pitchers are really popular in baseball, but, well, look at me. I'm not much for baseball. So if you know any left-handed people, you probably do, and you probably don't even know about it. So if you ever run into them, maybe you can come up with a couple different ways to show them how much you care. If you go into an auditorium, maybe you can save those special left-handed desks just for us. And if you're a teacher, maybe you can buy a set of those special left-handed scissors, just in case. And if you ever go meet one of your friends and family who are left-handed, give them a big old handshake and tell them how cool it is that they're left-handed. Tell them that they are sinister. Tell them that they're maladroit, and tell them to take it as a compliment. Mr. Toastmaster.